Good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to call to order the special council meeting of Tuesday, April 7th at 1:06 p.m. Just like to make a quick acknowledgement that we are pleased to be here today on the traditional territory of Treaty 6. We acknowledge all those who share a deep connection with this land. The city of Beaumont respects the histories, languages, and cultures of all of Canada's First Peoples, whether they be of First Nation, Métis, or Inuit descent, and appreciates that their presence continues to enrich Canada's vibrant communities, and we are all treaty people. Can I get a motion to adopt the agenda as presented, please? Mr. Hendricks?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
In favor.
Carries unanimously. Which brings us to item 3A, subdivision approval extension. I assume Ms. Mohammed, that's you, or Ms. Raymond?
Thank you, Mayor Stewart. Mayor Stewart, members of council and members of the public. We're here today to request a subdivision approval extension for SDA 1407 Ruisseau Stage 5. We would like to request that to expire on April 26, 2021. So 1-year extension. This is the 4th extension approval for this subdivision application. They had intended to actually construct this year, but current situations due to the coronavirus have led to quite a change in the land development market right now, we're finding. And due to those changing priorities and whatnot, right now, the Qualico has determined that they are going to shift some of their focus, and they are narrowing their land development program right now, so they will not be going ahead at this point with Ruisseau Stage 5. They hope to be able to do that in next year instead, or in conjunction, hopefully, with the school site. Thank you.
Sorry about that. Is there a member of council prepared to move the recommendation? Nope. Councillor Van Newkirk?
Yeah, so moved, your worship.
All right, so council has moved that council approve the request for an extension of the subdivision approval of SDA 14-7 Ruisseau Stage 5 to expire April 26, 2021. Discussion on the motion or questions from members of administration? Okay.
May I ask a quick question?
Yes, you may. Please, just a reminder that, 1 sec, Martin. Just a reminder, when people are looking to use your raise the hand button, signal, but we just got to move through.
There we go.
Go ahead, Councillor Stout.
Thank you, through your worship, to administration. I'm just surprised to hear that coronavirus is being blamed, because I don't think anybody had, I mean, they've had 12 months to do this, and I don't think anybody had heard of coronavirus before about last December. So I'm not sure I buy that excuse, but is there any other reason why that? I mean, I assumed when I read this that they were just going to plead, oh, well, changing market conditions again, and I'm sure that is a factor.
Thank you, your worship. Through to Councillor Stout. Yes, changing market conditions are the reason for this. Right now, Qualico's actually placed all their land development applications on hold across the whole region and across their company, actually, and they're only going forward with 2, I believe, with their Edmonton and their Alberta office at this point right now. They have seriously contracted their operations right now and have even, so that is the reason for this at this point.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm not minded to refuse it. I was just curious as to know what the reason for the, what it is they think they'll do in the next 12 months that they haven't done in the last 12. But
Councillor Danlock.
Thank you, Your Worship. Just 2 quick questions, please, to Ms. Raymond. First question is there a limit to how often council can approve an extension for a subdivision similar to this request? Can it be done 3 times, 4 times, 5 times? Just curious in the bigger picture.
Right. So thank you, Your Worship, through to Councillor Danlock. There is no limit under the subdivision development regulations or the Municipal Government Act as to how many times council can extend a subdivision application. When we receive these requests, we do evaluate them to see if anything has changed and whether or not we would support the extension request. or whether or not we would have them make a whole new application. At this point, there's nothing that has changed in this location to warrant needing to have a new subdivision application come through at this point.
Thank you. Follow-up question, Your Worship, simply as I've asked this question before on other occasions, I'll simply ask it again for dotting the i's and crossing the t's. Ms. Raymond, is there any reason why council should not approve this in the eyes of administration, or any potential drawbacks not approving? I'm assuming it's not what I read, but just ask the question, please. Thank you.
Yes, Your Worship, through to Councillor Dunlop again. There is no reason that council should not approve the subdivision extension.
Thank you.
You see no further questions. I got a quick one. You said that they weren't going to build until 2021. Would it not make more sense to give them a 2-year extension then?
We could give them a 2-year extension if that is something that council does desire. They need to get their servicing in and then endorse their development agreement. So there are a few things that they need to do. The 2-year extension may or may not meet with their timelines, but if that's council's desire, that would also be acceptable.
Well, I'm just trying to save us some administrative headache, because a year from now, we'll be back approving another year extension, because that's when construction season kicks off in 2021. So basically we're going to lose, if they're not going to do anything in 2020, then we're going to be back here in a year approving another one. So I'm just wondering if it, from an administrative time perspective, if it wouldn't be just easier just to give them 2 years now, and so we don't got to worry about it.
Do we have any other multi-year?
We don't typically do multi-year extensions, but would be fine.
The conversation we were having, we typically don't do multi-year, but we could.
Okay, I'm okay with the 1 year too. I'm just throwing it out there. Thoughts from other members of council? Councillor Dunlop?
Thank you, Your Worship. My only thoughts might be based on Ms. Raymond's earlier comment about potentially if conditions change from administration's point of view about not recommending an extension. Perhaps 1 year is prudent from that reason. I see what you're going with that. I like your idea. I'm just suggesting maybe something may change administration's perspective where we would tie their hands for 2 years if something in their mind had changed. Just an observation.
Fair enough. Councillor Van Newkirk?
Yeah, I'm inclined to just approve what they've requested and put in front of us, that we don't know what their plans are moving forward. So I would be comfortable with just moving on with approving what they have requested at this point. And if they look for something in the future, we can do that then. Just my 2 cents. Thank you.
Fair enough. Okay, we'll leave it as is. Any further discussion on the motion or questions?
No.
Call the vote. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? That carries unanimously. Thank you very much. Which leads us to item 3B, council and committee meeting cancellation and changes. Ms. Winters.
Thank you, Your Worship. Through you to members of the public and council. Administration is recommending canceling the April 14th, 2020 regular council meeting and the April 21st committee of the whole meeting. Should council decide to reduce the number of meetings and encounter a number of items which should or need to be addressed, consideration will be given to rescheduling a meeting. Today, administration is looking for direction on how council wishes to proceed. Thank you.
Questions or comments from members of council? No, is there a member of council willing to move? I guess we'll do this in 2 motions, that cancel the April 14th, 2020 regular council meeting. And
So moved, Your Worship.
discussion on the motion.
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
That carries unanimously. Is there a member of council willing to move that council cancel the April 21st, 2020 committee of the whole meeting?
So moved.
Your Worship.
Councillor Donlock, thank you. Discussion on the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
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 All opposed? That carries unanimously. Which brings us to closed session. Can I get a member of council to move to bring us into closed session, please? All right, I'll do it. Councillor Barnhart.
Session.
All right, discussion on the motion.
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Carries unanimously. closed session, so we'll give administration a couple of minutes just to.
Yes, please do. We'll wait for a green light. Go ahead.
So reconvene the council meeting after coming out of closed session. We had some great discussions surrounding our school site. I'd like to make a motion that council approve an increase in expenditures of 1.5 million to the earthworks preparation for school site project included in the approved 2020 capital budget, with the funding provided from grants. Any discussion on the motion?
No.
Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
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 In favor. That carries unanimously. Once again, thank you very much, council. Appreciate your time and effort today. Great discussions were had. And once again, thank you to admin for all the work that you guys have been doing, both with trying to move the business of the municipality forward in the midst of COVID-19. So with that, we will adjourn today's meeting, and I will see you all again on Thursday for the update.